Okay, it's about 9 p.m. on Wednesday night. I have my tax appointment tomorrow at 11 a.m. and I did not do anything. I did not gather any of my paperwork. So, don't want to cancel my appointment. Actually, it's the only thing that forces me to actually do the work of getting my stuff together. So, 9 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and start gathering my paperwork, get my stuff together, because I do not want to miss my appointment. And we'll see what happens. Alright, 5:30 in the morning the next day. Just finished my taxes. Okay, of course, clearly I went to sleep. Didn't really take me a long time to pull my taxes together. It was just the fact that I'm lazy. I think I have a pretty good system. What I do is I keep all my receipts and stuff in an envelope throughout the year. And when I get my credit card statements, I immediately highlight anything that may be tax related or tax deductible. And then I put it in that envelope. And so when you see like all of this stuff, like all of this paper and all of that stuff, those are the things I just pull from the envelope. Yeah, so really the whole process of pulling everything together is very simple. I don't have to do a lot of searching. I have all my documents. I keep all of the papers in one place. So it's just a matter of itemizing. It's just a matter of pulling everything and putting it into a spreadsheet. You know, your restaurant receipts, your donations, your travel expenses, classes or workshops, or anything that you may have done that was business related to your business, things like that. So yeah, only thing I have to do now before my 11 o'clock appointment is figure out my mileage. Like figure out the mileage that I've used going out to the property, the rental property and things like that. That should be pretty easy. I know what my round trip mile is for that. And I will be all set. Okay, on my way to my tax appointment. I am late. No, I'm not. Actually, it's at 11 o'clock. It's like 10:57 right now. But I wanted to do this video first because, so as you know, I was up at 4 this morning getting my tax papers together. And I did my itemized list on an Excel spreadsheet on my computer. And I freaking forgot it. I freaking forgot to save it. And I forgot to email it to myself and all of that. And so the other thing that I discovered when I was looking at my 2014 taxes is that I was actually penalized last year for not having the Affordable Care Act, for not having health insurance. I didn't even realize it because I got about $6,500 of a return back last year. And I think that's all I paid attention to. And so when I was looking at my papers, I noticed that I was penalized $1,085 for not having health insurance. I had health insurance last year. I have a job. So it's going to be super exciting if I get that money refunded back to me as well. And then the other thing that's going to be super exciting is if I get a refund of at least $5,000. That's my hopes, that's my goals, that's my wishes, that's my prayers, that's my dreams. So, let's see what happens. Hey everybody, okay, I'm back from doing my taxes and now I'm out here working on my hot tub maintenance. Gotta run to the store and get a water hose to, I don't know, my water hose broke over the winter. I don't know, go figure. But, just wanted to let you update on the tax status. So basically did my taxes almost. I have to go back. It was pretty interesting. What I learned is that I really need to get my thoughts together. Hold on. Okay, now I remember. Alright, so I was telling you guys about the fact that I was penalized $1,085 for not having health care, which though I did. So that was the first thing I told him. So boom, he did an amendment for my 2014 taxes. And then the other thing was I didn't have any of my expenses together because I forgot my spreadsheet at home. But even with that, after he did everything, it showed that even if I didn't like submit any of my expenses, I only had to pay like $200 to federal taxes, and that's actually pretty good with all things considered. And it showed that I would be getting a refund of $1,200 from state, so that's awesome. And the awesome thing is, so therefore I know I'm going to be getting some sort of a refund simply because I have a lot of expenses to submit, like all of my rental expenses, all of the things I fixed with my rental unit, property taxes, my vehicles, my donation stuff, what else? I don't know. He sent me home with a whole list. So much so, normally what happens is I would just email him everything that he asked for that I didn't have, but he actually wants me to come back in when I get everything together. So I think I'm going to do that because it's also like free consultation. The other thing that happened that I absolutely love was that, what was it? My mind is like done. It's like after 5 p.m. I'm no more good. The other thing that happened, oh, I know. So last year, so I have a timeshare. When you go to get a timeshare, one of the things they tell you is that, oh, it's tax write-off. No, it's not. If you have more than 2 properties, you cannot write off your timeshare. If you have 1 property, you can write off your timeshare expenses as a second property or like a vacation property. But more than 2, it does not apply. Trust me, I've had my timeshare since 2002. Every year I be trying to write things off. Only thing I'm able to write off on my timeshare is like the interest that I pay on the timeshare. So last year I experimented because I really don't use my timeshare. So what I did is I allowed the timeshare company to rent out my timeshare. And didn't know what would happen because I think they do something like, we keep 50, we send you 50. And I was like, hey, I'm not using it anyway. Either I use it or lose it. My timeshare is like 4th of July weekend on the beach, oceanfront. So anyways, they rented it out and they sent me a check for $720. So of course, tax time comes and they send me my, what is it, a W-2, W-4, I don't know, that paper that tells you your income that you received. So I gave that to my tax guy and he was like, oh wow, this is something new, you know, because I didn't have that in the previous years that he's done my taxes. And I was like, oh yeah. And so with that, he was able to take the maintenance fees that I paid and all of that stuff, and now they were deductible because it showed that my timeshare wasn't just a vacation property that I use, that it was actually an income that I generate, a business that I generate income from. And so with that, he wanted to know the purchase price of the timeshare and like in whatever upgrade fees I may have paid. Of course, I didn't have that information on me because again, I was never able to deduct anything from my timeshare. So that was one of the things he sent me home with for homework assignment, to get that information to him, because now these things, portions of these things are now tax deductible, and I'm so excited. I'm like, dang, I should have been renting out my timeshare and making money from it. Oh, the other thing I noticed was on my rental property, I'm actually paying PMI mortgage insurance. I didn't realize it. When I started doing my budget, I was really paying attention to, I'm like looking at stuff. Okay. I was really paying attention to the numbers. So when I went online to look at my mortgage information, I didn't see anything that said PMI. But when I pulled up my tax information for my mortgages, it showed on my rental property that I'm paying PMI. So I was curious. I'm like, I want to know what I need to do so that I don't have to pay PMI. So I called my insurance company, and basically, you know how you call and there's an operator that says, press 1 if you want this, press 2 if you want that. They actually had an option, press 5 if you want to remove your mortgage insurance. I'm like, what? So I pressed 5, and the thing was like, all you have to do is send us a letter stating that you want to remove your insurance, your mortgage insurance, and we will send you something in the mail. So that's where I'm at. I sent them a letter saying that that's what I want, and now we're going to wait and see what they say back. I heard a few things about PMI. I've heard a few things from other people about when you can stop paying it or when you shouldn't have to pay it any longer. I don't know if those things are true, so I can't really tell you until I get some results back. But I'm just excited that this could actually also be a possible savings, meaning that my mortgage can go down on my rental property, money can be saved overall, and I can be on track paying off my primary house. Now, that's all I have for you. Again, where we stand right now is I owe $200 to federal, around $200, and state owes me about $1,200. And it's going to be super exciting to see what those numbers actually turn out to be after I do all of my homework and make another appointment and get back with my tax guy and find out. Now I'm going to go to Home Depot, get me a water hose. My water levels are really low, as you can see, so I'm going to fill this back up, continue cleaning it and treating it, and get ready for my little babies, my nephews and nieces, who should be coming tomorrow, Friday. Thank you guys. Oh, and I probably won't even be posting this until I find out all my final numbers. But until then, see you later. Alright, it is like April 12th, and I'm finally back at my tax appointment. It's only been like 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks later. I was sent home with some assignments to get some more paperwork to bring back in, and before I knew it, it was like almost April 15th, and I was like, okay, let me grab what I can find and get back in here. So I'm in here. I'm not super optimistic about that $5,000 refund. I think I may owe some money. Not sure if I don't think I'm going to be able to claim any dependents. And that's that. Let me get in here and see how it goes. Okay, so 4458 is the magic number, which is pretty cool, and that does not include the amendments for 2015, and my taxes actually came to $600, which I'm cool with. I had another business that was added, so that's cool, and next year maybe even more, because I'm planning on starting another business endeavor this year. So there you have it. $4,558 is what I will be refunded, and I was hoping for $5,000, but that's super cool because we started at me possibly owing $200, and then me getting all my deductions and expenses together. Gotta change into my driving shoes, and that is a huge grounds made up. $200 owing to $4,558 being owed back to me, and 2 amendments from 2014 that has to be done. One for healthcare, and then another one like filing status has to be amended. So that should be some more money back, possibly. Okay, so I will be posting this video soon. It is April 14th. I made it. Taxes filed right on time. No extensions have to be filed, and it is all good. Until later. Oh, one last thing. What do I plan on doing with my taxes? I plan on starting the payments for my Mediterranean cruise, which is in September, and then also I plan on sending the rest between my savings account and paying off my mortgage earlier. So sending the rest to paying off mortgage, extra mortgage payment, and savings. That will be the split in Mediterranean cruise. All right.